Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming or watching this replay. If you are doing that, my name is Rachel Costello, and I'm a regenerative health practitioner. So happy to be here sharing what is regenerative health. And that really is kind of simple because it is what our body is designed to do, and getting to the root cause of why our body isn't regenerating. And our body is designed to regenerate it on every single level. Just like when we cut ourselves on the external body, it heals. When we have an injury in the internal body, it heals. And really about what we do is get to the root of why our body isn't regenerating in real time like it's supposed to. So our bodies are trillions of cells, and they're two fluids. We have blood and we have lymph. Our blood feeds our tissues and organs and body and builds it, and our lymph cleans. It's the bathroom. Our blood is the kitchen, our lymph is the bathroom. And most people are experiencing over toxicity and undernourishment, meaning they're not getting enough nutrition being supplied through the blood to feed the body, and they are not eliminating waste as fast as they can, as fast as the waste is coming in or the cells are producing waste. So just like we eat and poop, our cells eat and poop, and this waste is all dumped into our lymphatic system to be eliminated via our kidneys out our urine. There's a really simple test to see how well your kidneys are filtering if you want to reach out to one of us, and we can share that with you. And what we're experiencing now at an all-time high is just so much toxicity because of the world we live in. One of the things that we talk a lot about in our community is the chemicals that are sprayed on our food. So I am not going to go into super detail about that, but just so you know that just like we're trillions of cells, we're actually 10 times that more in bacteria. So we need a really healthy microbiome in all areas of our entire body to function properly. And the things that are being sprayed on our food and are contaminating most of our air, food, and water supply right now are patented as oral antibiotics. So this means that, letting some people in. So this means that we are experiencing things that are coming at us that are anti-life, right? So antibiotic means anti-life, and we need this healthy microbiome, and they don't just kill the bad stuff, it kills all of us, so all of it. So what that does on a really physical level too is it breaks holes in the tight junctions of our gut lining. So meaning when we're eating food and into our digestive system, within 20 minutes of exposure to some of these chemical toxins, we start experiencing leaky gut. It's just like the food is entering unregulated into our immune system, and it causes a lot of inflammation because that's not the way their body's designed, right? And so when we talk about regenerative health and how to get to the root cause, we always focus on the gut first, because how we digest our food is how our body nourishes and builds and helps our bodies regenerate. So one of the main things we work on is eliminating chemical toxins from our food and how to stop ingesting them. So if we can get on 100% organic food, that is our number one priority. But even so, because it's sprayed so heavily, it is in our air and our water, and it is found in some organic food just because of our environment that we're in, unfortunately. And then the other part of this is how, where we're getting this food, right? So we work with these beautiful company that is so meticulous in how they grow their food and making sure that there are no chemicals and it's grown in a way that's super healthy, right? Meaning all the soil that everything is grown in has all of the nutrients that it needs to build a healthy plant. And there's a comparison out there that regeneratively grown food is like about 200 times more nutrition than regularly grown food. And the problem is not only are most of our soils really, really depleted, but by the time, even if the food is a little bit, grown in healthier soils, by the time everything is picked, they have to pick it before it's ripe. And then they have to put it on a truck and then get it to the warehouse, to the store, to the front of the store, to our shopping carts. By the time it actually gets in our bodies, it's been weeks and it was already picked unripened, meaning it didn't have all of the time that it needed to grow this healthy food, right? And so when we come back to the root cause and regenerative health of why our bodies aren't functioning properly and being undernourished, it's really about how do we properly supply our body with the most nutrients that we can and get it from the best source that we can. So we partner with Purium, which is an amazing superfood company that works with all food, and they grow everything. Most of everything is grown right in Utah, and it is amazing because they make sure that nothing is contaminated with glyphosate, and they make sure it's grown in a regenerative way. And then it's vine ripened on site and wind dried on site, meaning it makes sure that the way that it makes sure that the nutrition is intact in the highest potency, so that when it goes right into your body, when you add water to it and goes into your body, your body can absorb the highest level of nutrients that it can. So we're really excited because we just live in a world that's much different. Most of us don't grow food in our backyards or share food with our neighbors, and we've just come a long way from how we're actually supposed to be growing food and consuming food. And so we need outside help, right? And then the other part of that is how to make sure that our digestion is really, really being able to take in adequate nutrition and absorb it, which is helpful with getting the pesticides out. And then our group specifically focuses on alkalizing the body because just like we're trillions of cells and two fluids, our human body is actually designed to be alkaline in nature. So our blood is a 7.4 pH. And if it's not at that, we die. So everything that our body is doing with whatever we whatever we throw at it is always trying to keep our chemistry in that state. And so the things that affect that are what we eat, what we drink, what we put in our skins, and even the company that we keep around with, even some of the lifestyle habits like going for a walk and being with good friends and laughter. This is really supportive to that balanced chemistry for our body. So our group specifically works on just helping people realize what our bodies are designed to eat and how we can supply ourselves with the highest nutrients and get our bodies eliminating toxins. And usually at this state, we need to be eliminating more toxins than we're taking in because we've been accumulating for so long. And the way that we accumulate them is from not having adequate digestion and from our kidneys being backed up. So I kind of try to put a lot of information in a short time because I really just actually want to open this up for people to bring their health questions to me, and I can try to help get a good protocol for you to start your healing journey with us. So I'm going to open it up, and Lori, you have your hand up first, so go ahead.
I do, but excuse me, Rachel, my guest is not here. So if anybody else has a guest that's here, I'd love for them to go first.
Okay, sure. Hi, Nicole.
Hello, my guest is also not here. So Lori, go ahead.
Great.
All right, thanks, Nicole. So my guest is going to listen to this later, is dealing with Lyme's disease.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm going to move your picture so I can see you, Rachel. There we go. Hello, Rachel. And so they have watched the allergies, antibiotics, and autoimmunity and gut biome video. They also, so they've been dealing with Lyme's. They either got Lyme's this summer or it was the summer before. So 2021 or 2022. I'm thinking it was 2021, but I'm not for sure. They're dealing with, they want to have lots of energy to help people. And right now they just don't have that energy. They have pain in both of their feet that travels up their legs. Their mind, they're forgetting things a lot. It's really foggy. Their sleep is pretty good. They don't wake up too much at night. But they do have cracking joints a lot. And they do have headaches quite a bit. And they are on a very standard American diet.
Okay, that was my next question. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm so sorry that you're dealing with this diagnosis. And we're happy to help. You're in good hands with Lori. She's amazing. And she's helped so many people. So this is going to be a really good place to start. Will be with the regular ULT and starting to move away from the environment that is more on the acid side and more on the alkaline side, utilizing these superfoods that will help really, really nourish your body. The brain fog, definitely, I mean, even without Lyme's disease, many people are experiencing brain fog today. Our brains really need a lot of nutrients, a lot of alkalinity, a lot of fresh fruit. So I'm super excited for you to start with that. And so I think that starting with like an addition of the Revive It All would be really beneficial if it's in the budget, and the Be Energetic. And I would, planning for kind of like a 90-day like nourishment and kind of switching over the environment within our regenerative plan here is going to be a really, really good start. Definitely doing 2 of those back-to-back super cleansars for sure. And then, even, we can talk later about then. We can just stick with right now. Sometimes I'm always thinking like as a practitioner, like, okay, in 6, like after those 3 months, then what are we going to do? But I think it's a really good place to start with changing over the diet and then getting super, super nourished. The zinc aid might really be beneficial for them as well as the ViruSure. But if you're going to choose one or the other, I think it would actually choose the ViruSure to start with, just to help the process of getting through just those initial levels of detox. And yes, I think that's good. Everything, when, like I was just talking, so our body, even when we have something that has come in and created a problem, it's just showing kind of what environment was there to begin with, right? And so getting to the root cause means we really need to clean up the environment. And the reason that the cracky joints and the pain is showing that there is a lot of waste in there that really needs to be helped to move out of the body. And so in this program, that's what it's designed to do, is to super, super nourish you, to super alkalize your body so that it can release acid waste. When we have a buildup of acid waste in our body will do a few things to buffer it. It will hold on to water. It will create fat, create cholesterol in the body, or it will leach calcium from our bones to buffer this acidity. And when we're seeing a lot of pain in the body, it's literally like our body cannot keep up with the acid load, and it needs to start. We need to basically like open up the drain so that it can start to kind of come out. And so that's what the beginning of this protocol looks like. So I always say, we always say, I didn't make this up. Don't be dazzled by the diagnosis, just do the detox. And so this is where your detox journey begins, and you're in really good hands. So I'm really excited for you.
Thank you so much. The Revive It All, why did you recommend that? What does that, would you mind just speaking a little more about that? How would that help?
The Revive It All is amazing for our brain health. And so I think that I cannot remember all the things that Dave says, but just in my experience, the people that started taking it, it's like, it helps. It's just like it's herbs that help our brains function better. And so this really helps, I think, along with the detox work, is like just to get that initial, like, okay, yes, like things are firing better. And there are some specific herbs in there that are really, really beneficial. And so Dave does a really good video on this that would explain the whole thing, though, that maybe we should send.
That's okay. And then the Be Energetic,
Mhm.
that's for adrenal health, right? I just want to know what to say when I speak later to them.
Yeah, exactly. So the adrenal health is super, or the Be Energetic is really kind of jumpstarting our adrenal health. So our adrenals are so beneficial for our bodies, but they sit right on top of the kidneys, and they really help regulate our nervous system. So when we're dealing with pain in our body, our adrenals have they've been kind of taxed, and they just like can't keep up with the load that they are needing to help with regulating pain and the nervous system and the kidneys. And so supporting them is supporting all of the things that we're trying to do.
Thank you so much, Rachel. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your help.
You're welcome, Lori. Thanks for being here. Okay, so Coley, do you have a guest here?
She's not here right now, but I was going to send this to her.
Perfect.
So a close friend of mine has been struggling with Epstein-Barr for several months, and she believes it was triggered by mold exposure a couple of years ago. And I have a couple of ideas, but just wanted to kind of bounce them off of you or hear any suggestions that you have. Maybe there's something I'm missing. But I thought for sure the 30-day ULT, and I'm guessing the grain-free. So would you recommend the Epigenius instead of
what
the
is your
Power
diet like right now?
You know what? I need to clarify that with her, because I know she's done several elimination diets. She's worked with naturopaths and homeopaths, and but right now I think she eats organic. Great. But I don't think that she's avoiding dairy or meat currently, but I think she has in the past.
Okay. So if she's already grain-free, for sure, let's put her on the Epigenius, and just start to follow the the initial 30-day plan of the fruit in the morning, veggies in the afternoon, trying to get on more of the plant-based night, just while we're trying to clean up an environment in her body that's really asking for it. When we have a high viral load in our body, it's a sign that we have a high parasite load. So she's definitely going to want to do 2 ULTs back to back. And what happens is when we have a high parasite load, I feel like when I talk about parasites, it's like, what happens is we are exposed to them, you know, it's their, you know, I don't know, my dog like eats poop outside and then comes inside and licks us, you know, like and not even that, it's just like we're exposed to so many heavy metals, and that's what they're designed to do. They're designed to clean up an environment in our bodies that need to be cleaned up. But when it's really busy doing that, like when we have an environment that needs a lot of fermenting because it's not been digesting well our whole life, so it's calling in that candida kind of parasite overgrowth to help us break down our food and break down, when we have a lot of that going on and a virus comes in, it's like it starts replicating so fast and so easily because it's in an environment that's conducive to that. And so it's like busy over here dealing with parasites. And so the virus comes in, it's like by the time your body realizes it has to like start making some antibodies and start killing off something else, the virus is kind of taken over because it's been so busy. And so but that doesn't mean it can't be done. That just means that we have to, like, at the same time that we're combating and doing all these things, we have to really work on cleaning up the environment and getting on 100% alkaline food, really, you know, and I think sometimes, and I'm guilty as charged of this, when I first started this journey, is like, I feel like, oh, I started this health journey with this new thing. It should only take me like a month to get rid of it, even though it had taken me like, you know, 25 years or like 30 years to create that environment. So it does take time, but it is definitely possible, especially when you're getting super, super nourished at the same time. And when you get your detox pathways open. So I'd for sure check with her on how her kidneys are filtering. I would do the 30-day with the Epigenius to start with, and then maybe the next one she could even do the grain-free pack with the green spectrum carrot and the biofruit as her shake, because that's and just depending on how fast she wants to go. But I feel like if she's already, I don't know, you have to talk to her about that. And if you need extra support outside of this call, we can definitely do that fully for sure.
Sure.
For the mold exposure, and yeah, I would that's just it. We need to keep her body kind of detox. So doing those 2 super cleansars 21 days apart, like we have it kind of designed in our back-to-back 30-day plan, is going to be really beneficial. And I would start her on the Be Energetic for adrenal support while she's doing this, at least for those first 2 months. And then I would move more into herbs. And I feel like I might be missing something with continual mold exposure, or with it being triggered by mold exposure. There was a call that Michelle did of the Million Mom Movement, who actually started with, she had a really crazy journey of her of being poisoned by mold, and how even just like the initial 30-day with the regular ULT just completely transformed. And so I wanted to ask her, I want to maybe watch that again and see, is there anything else that she added in there? But I think she just started with the ULT. And then
I can take a look at that too. I think I've watched part of that video. So maybe I'll take a listen to it again.
Yeah. And then the other thing would be adding in some fulvic zeolite for the heavy metal release. So the fulvic zeolites create like this like vortex around the heavy metals to start pulling them out. So that's really beneficial when we're doing this kind of work. Yeah. Is that
beautiful?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Thank you, Rachel.
Of course. Thank you. If there's anybody else that wants to come off mute, ask any of their specific questions, please do. Hi, Lori.
Hey, Rich, just one more thing. I did find out it was 2021 that they were diagnosed with Lyme's. Does that make a difference?
So it's been a year, almost a year and a half. No, this would be a great place for them to start.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, everybody, thank you so much. I will stop recording.